Hi guys, Sarah Hansberry here, coming to you from Vancouver, Washington, which is where I practice and I play. We're on an indoor court, tennis court, because it rains here a lot. So, but we get the outdoor surface. So today we're going to talk about the third shot drop. Notice I'm saying drop, not drive. Every time you get a third shot, your option is to either drive the ball hard into the body or drop it, neutralize it, and come into the kitchen. Basic way at looking at third shot for those of you just getting into pickleball, you'll hear it a lot. It's when I am serving, my partner is returning, they're coming into the net after that return, so I have to let that ball bounce. So that is actually the third shot of every point, where my goal is to drop an arc ball into that kitchen in front of my opponent's feet. That allows me time to come forward and get into that point. It is a crazy hard shot. It is probably the hardest shot in pickleball. We hear it all the time from every single level, but it is worth the practice to learn how to do it properly and what can make you really good and comfortable at it so that you can use it in tournament play and rec play whenever. There are a few things that I always try to focus on. I've tried to focus on since I've been playing pickleball to really get my shot as consistent as possible where I can rely it and I feel comfortable doing that. Today, we're going to look at it super basic way where I'm not putting any spin on the ball, I'm not doing any backhands, I'm really doing a basic forehand drop that I'm going to drop right over on the other side. You have the option later on to do more things, topspin, backspin, backhands, but today, that's a whole other video. Today we're just going to do a simple forehand drop into the kitchen. So what you're going to hear from me quite a bit are the 3 Ps. I like to call them preparation, pace, and placement. Every time I hit a ball, those are the things I need to think about. I need to prepare how I'm going to hit that shot, which is going to be in my ready position, getting that ball in my neutral zone, moving my feet, staying on my toes, getting that split step. Pace of the ball, am I going to hit it hard, am I going to hit it soft? Today we're going to hit that soft drop. So that's our answer right there. And then our placement. Am I going to hit cross court? Am I going to hit it in the middle? Am I going to hit it down the line at my opponent's feet? Today we're going to hit a lot of down the line. It's not as high percentage as middle and cross court. You have a little bit harder shots, a higher part of the net, but it's really, really good to work on that. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is the timing of when to hit that ball. A lot of the time we want to rush our way into the net. We want to just get it done with and move forward. But what that does, it jars the ball, it makes it a little heavy, sometimes we lose our balance. What I like to really think about is how that ball bounces. So what it does is when that ball bounces and it comes down into the ground, as it's coming up, that's where you're actually getting more power from your opponent. So if you actually let it come up to its peak and then start to drop down, that's really your strike zone. That's really where you get the less pace off it, makes it easier to transfer forward. So a lot of times I'm going to move backwards to get out of the way to get it in that position. That's going to make it a lot easier to create that arc that drops forward. Okay, so in that preparation, if I know that's where I want to hit that ball, what I'm going to really do is in ready position, just drop down. I'm not going to take a big backswing. It's not necessary. If I take too big of a backswing, I'm probably going to pull up or sideways, or I'm going to generate too much power. I'm really just going from my ready position straight to my neutral zone. I'm dropping my paddle down, my wrist is up, and my paddle's flat. Wherever I want that ball to go, I'm just guiding that ball there. And if I'm able to extend out far enough, and engage my shoulder, not tuck in my elbow and kind of use my wrist, it really enables me to guide that ball and push it a little bit more. I kind of think of it as bowling sometimes, where I'm extending as long as possible so I can put it really where I want it to go. I'm just carrying that ball. The other thing that I find really important is I really like to step forward with my non-dominant foot, get my left arm out so that I can transition forward, my weight behind it. I'm going to let go of my weight on my back foot so that it's an easier forward motion. So I can just continue on from that. What I see a lot is this on the heels. Yes, it works sometimes, but that's where it comes down to percentages. My percentages of actually getting that consistently over and over again is a little harder because I can end up on my heels, my weight can go backwards, and it's harder to kind of keep going forward. So for me, what I really like to do is focus on those things, paddle down, stepping into the ball, following it forward. Notice my head is down, my chin is down, so that I don't pull upward and out away from the ball. I want to do everything I can to really direct the ball where I want it to go. And that's where that making that choice of where you're hitting it is so important, because if my brain thinks something, my body can follow that situation. Okay? So those are the things that I really want you to pay attention to on the video. On the upcoming drills, you're going to see me hitting over and over again is preparation, paddle out, stepping forward, head down, extended. Okay, I'm really just going to go out with that thing. I'm not going to do crazy things. I'm not going to try to generate anything. I really just want to push that ball and place it where I want it to go. Doing this over and over is going to get that consistency where you feel comfortable with it. And that's what you're looking for. You're looking for that spacing that makes you feel comfortable, so you can keep moving forward and feel in control of your body and in control of the point. Okay, let's take a look at some. What we're going to do now is a drill, which you see people do all the time when they're warming up, and it's super basic. What I'm going to start is from the back line, and my partner is going to be at the no volley zone. What I'm simply going to do is hit one ball. I'm going to take a couple steps forward. I'm going to split step, and I'm just going to keep working my way into the net. Every time, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to keep the ball in front of me, keep my paddle in my neutral zone. I want to make sure I'm able to transition forward. I'm keeping my head down. And I'm slowly moving forward just to practice, getting in closer and closer and working my way into a point. When you're in point situation, ideally the goal is to get a nice drop and then get into the net as quick as you can. Sometimes you can't do that, and sometimes you get stuck in this little empty zone. So we're really working on taking that third shot from multiple places on the court, okay, and working our way in. And sometimes you'll notice I'm going to go around and I'm going to try to keep it on my forehand side, because it goes to my higher percentage shot, and that's what we're working on today. Backhands is a whole other video. Slice and topspin, that's a whole other video. Right now it's a simple basic forehand dink. Okay, and sometimes what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to step backwards in order to keep my left foot forward, and I'm going to keep my left arm out for balance as well. So I keep that weight going in, so I'm not just hanging there and kind of pulling off. Anything that comes from that center keeps me balanced. That's what I'm working on here, okay? Okay guys, today I hope you got a lot out of that. We're going to recap a couple of items. Number one, we want our preparation, we want our paddle out in front, we want our footwork, so we want to be on the balls of our feet as much as possible so we can move and ideally step into the ball with our non-dominant foot. Number two, we want to be able to keep our paddle up and out in front of us with our shoulder extended as much as we possibly can so we can push that ball, guide it over the net, and create a nice little arc that drops right into the kitchen. And number three, we want to try to keep our weight and our head down and forward as much as possible to get that really, as much as possible, we want to put our whole body into guiding the ball where we want it to go. There's so much to be said about the third shot drop. There's so many different ways to hit it, and it's so hard. So we want to try to do these drills as much as possible so you can really feel comfortable hitting that third shot drop on that forehand side as consistently as possible, as many times in a row. I do this drill all the time. It never gets old. I spend at least 20 minutes on it every single time I go out and play, because it is so important when it comes into match play to get into that, or even rec play. You know, you really want to feel confident behind every shot that you hit. So it's helpful. So I hope you guys got a lot of that today. We'll be coming out with more videos that kind of go into more detail with more spins. Please subscribe down below. There's a button, you can do that. There's a website that we've got going. It's still in the process, but still check us out. I've got clinics coming up in the next few months. We try to put that on there as much as possible. We'll put that link again below us. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to comment or send me an email. You've got lots of places you can do that. I'm more than happy to help as much as I can. Good luck to you guys. Keep on practicing, okay?